Howdy folks, Sapper here, aka Sean, and I'm possibly bringing you a World at War. So, I don't know what I've been thinking lately. Obviously I've taken a small break from the serious games, right? I've played, I think I ended up buying Arkham Horror, the LCG. I bought the first pack, and I was like, that's pretty fun. So then I ended up buying a little bit more of it. I mean, it's obviously no next war, Vietnam, Korea, Taiwan combo game or anything. Games don't take very long, and I kind of appreciate that. And I kind of branch out, and I do more than just war game, right? But so I originally, over the past week or so, I had Navajo Wars on the table, and I tried that. I tried doing the tutorial that they have, the walk through the rules, and everybody learns differently, right? So I tried that. That kind of instruction, it doesn't work for me. I'm more of one of those guys that I just put the game out on the table and then just, play it, right? Set it up and then just start going through the turn sequence and just start playing and then reading the rules as you go. So I ended up putting Navajo Wars away. I couldn't get through it, which I know it probably sounds kind of strange, right? It's like if I can handle a game like Next War Series, Navajo Wars should be pretty easy. But for whatever reason, it just didn't click with me, so I boxed it up and put it away. Didn't even finish it. So maybe one of these days I'll get back to it. Who knows? So then I decided, well, you know what? I couldn't handle Navajo Wars, so let me get this bad boy out. And I'm already starting to have second thoughts about it. It's this thing here, it's ridiculous. The rules are ridiculous. And just to kind of show you. So here's my rule book. So when you get the rules, right, they're not. You just basically get a stack of paper, a ream of paper. I don't know how many pages it is. It's well over 100 pages. But you get this stack of paper with the rules printed on it. It's not, the rules aren't bound, at least in I think this is the 2018, the third printing. So it's the 2018, you can see it right there, 2018 third printing. You don't get bound rules, you just get a ream of paper with the rules printed on it. So you either have the loose paper rules floating around, or you gotta buy document protectors and put them in a binder, or you get them spiral bound or whatever. Basically what you have to do is you got to spend extra money to have your rules where am I going with this? To have your rules organized in a decent manner. So obviously I decided to go the 3-ring binder and the document protector route for the rules. So this is ridiculous. I mean, obviously you can look at that and say, this is ridiculous. And then you've got all your player aid cards and your setup cards and everything like that. Here's your sequence of play right here. So that's extremely extensive. And so all of your player aids, they also come in a book that they're perforated, so you rip them out of the book and you use them. So, and there's only one copy of those, and that book is, it's like that thick. So I ripped them all out and I went and made photocopies of them. And they're double-sided, which doesn't help in the book. So you're going to have information on one side of the sheet that you might need to access. And there's just so many of them. Just as an example, let's kind of go over here and see if I can find. Oh. So, just as an example, these are the axis. So we've got your burps here. I think they're basic resource points. So you got your generic record sheet, and you got and you'll be able to see the trend here. Your 1939 record sheet, your 1940 record sheet, obviously. 41. I think this game can go till 46. So, yeah, there's 1946. Then you have your, I think YSS is year start sequence, or it's year start something or other. So you got for Italy, you got your German one, you got your Axis Research Record Sheet number 1, your Axis Research Record Sheet number 2. This, I believe, is your force pool sheet, I think. And I don't know if there's any real difference between these two, although one says one is for the global war and European scenarios. This one doesn't have anything on it. So and that's just for the Axis powers, right? So you have a sheet for the Western Allies, you have an individual, and then you have them individually, right? So you got just the German stuff, you have just the Italian stuff, just the American stuff. It's ridiculous, right? So, and of course I want to play the big game. So I'm doing the whole global war thing. Now I had originally intended on, if you look way over there, I don't know if my finger is pointing in the right spot, but I had originally intended on using the results from Gathering Storm and Storm over Asia to influence how this one sets up. Because if you just play a World at War base game, it gives you, your start point in 1939, right? Where it's the generic start point for, most operational level World War II games. Okay, we're starting at 39, and this is the at start forces. But you can use Gathering Storm and Storm over Asia to alter those things depending on how you did it. And originally I was going to do that, and then I just decided that, I'm just going to play a World at War base game, and hopefully I'll figure that out once I play through that, and then maybe I'll go back and play with the results that I got from Gathering Storm and Storm over Asia. I don't think I'll ever do that, just because this game is the largest monstrosity I have ever seen. The setup is, I'm not even done setting up yet. It's going to take me probably a couple more days easy to set it up, because the information it's not always easy to find the things that you want to find. And the density of the rules is something that I have never seen before. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing right now, is I'm setting up a World at War in the hopes that I'll get to play it. I don't know how it's going to work out. I don't know if I'm going to get frustrated and quit it and just put it back up on the shelf and never look at it again, or if I'll be able to gut through it. But the intent is to play this to somewhat of a completion, and then at some point in time play with World in Flames, and then at some other point play Absolute Victory, and then kind of compare those three games, right? Because they're all basically operational level games, and I just kind of want to play each one of the three and see which one is the one that is quote unquote better, the one that is worth my time. Obviously everybody has got their own opinion about what game is better and all that kind of stuff, but that's kind of what I want to do, is just see, okay, which one is the one. If I'm going to play an operational level game, a grand strategy game, which one do I want to spend my time on? Because these games, obviously, you can tell by looking at it, they're table hogs, they're monster games, and it's going to take a lot of time to play. So that's what the intent is to play the games and hopefully enjoy them and be able to suffer through the rules. Suffer through the rules over there. That's the rules for this game, again, are just probably one of the craziest things I've ever seen. But yeah, that's what I got on the table right now. We'll definitely see how things go. So anyway, wish me luck.